I just got back from the Green Day Saviors listening party, and I'm going to be telling you all about the experience and showing you some of the stuff, all of the stuff that we got. This is the poster. Very, very awesome. I haven't even got a chance to look at it personally yet because I've just been so excited to be at this thing. We got that. We got the lyric booklet. And we got some more stuff too. We got a Green Day pin. Very cool. And something that's unique. We got the I Love BJ's from BJ's Music, Spartanburg, South Carolina. But this is just such a cool global listening event. January 13th, 2024. Saviors. Now I just want to talk about my experience, and maybe I want to hear about your experiences in the comment section. I got there super early. I was a little bit panicked. I had events before and after this to deal with, and I got there around 2 o'clock, and it was starting at 4. So I just kind of hung around in different parking lots, kind of gauging to see if there was like a massive mob of Green Day fans, and there really wasn't. This event total, including myself, I think there was about 30 people there, plus the two guys that were working the record store. And this is a really awesome record store. If you're in Spartanburg, South Carolina, I highly recommend BJ's Music. They had a lot of stuff, and it seemed like they were ready for this. Like, all the records that were out seemed sort of Green Day adjacent, or at least in my Green Day obsessed mind, I could kind of connect the dots to any band. I can kind of get back to Green Day in some kind of way. I've got some notes here. The Black Crowes had an album called 1972, and it was out. That was weird. I saw that when I walked in, and I'm like, that is fishy. That's fishy, Green Day. And then there was Rick James, a Rick James EP, and I immediately thought of We Are the Champions. And, you know, Billy Joe saying, I'm Rick James, witch! But he didn't say which. And then The Cure. I know that Green Day have done Boys Don't Cry. So, and then Nirvana. We had the Baby. You know, the Nirvana Nevermind Baby was out. And there are some Nirvana influences on the new Green Day record. I'm working on my album review. It's going to be probably completed today, and we'll see when it comes out. Wow! We'll go ahead and talk about that. The Bobby Socks, the screaming. Billy Joe's doing what other reviewers have said, a Chester Bennington scream. I don't hear that, but it's a really, really interesting vocal delivery by Billy Joe Armstrong. And I even met somebody that recognized me from the channel, so that's always kind of weird. But it's great. I was so glad to talk to somebody that's watched the videos. But this is, I'll show that again. The Saviors Booklet. The Saviors Booklet is what we're here for. This is what we were walking around. It was cool. Like, I don't know too many people in real life that are like hardcore Green Day fans. And it was weird and interesting to see real people that like Green Day in the real world. And I did notice it wasn't like an insanely big crowd. I think total there was about 30 people in the record store. I think any more than, like, if it was 60 people, I think it would have been uncomfortable. And so I think 30 was a good number. We still had room to walk around the record store and browse records, which is therapeutic, while we were listening to Saviors. Kind of bumping into each other a little bit, but Green Day fans are so nice. Everybody was, excuse me, pardon me, thank you. Punk rockers are the most polite people in the world. I know that's oxymoronic, but now we got to talk about the booklet. Some more about the experience. Everybody was super cool, felt like my people, even though I didn't really I had one conversation, and it was during, I think, the conversation was during Coma City, so I did tune out of Coma City a little bit to talk to a guy, and that was really great. I don't get a lot of social interactions with other adults these days, so I'm really glad to chit-chatted with at least one person there. So that was interesting. I wanted to ask the record company exactly how Green Day or their management got in touch with them, but I did hear them say, Green Day's people or somebody from Green Day reached out to the record store and set this up. There was 2 record store employees. Didn't seem like they were very familiar with Green Day, but they did introduce some of the songs. I thought it was really funny. He stopped the CD. I saw the CD. I saw a little bit into the booklet. And I saw, he was introducing, this song is called Look Ma No Brains. He stopped it in the middle of the song. He's like, this one's called Look Ma No Brains. And that was pretty cool. They did do 2 or 3 raffle tickets. The first number was 1 away from my ticket. I could have got one of those Saviors t-shirts. And I know one of the later raffles was kind of funny. They said they've got sizes, they've got every size except for 2X. And as soon as they said that, the person that won that ticket needed a 2X. So that was kind of funny. Like I said, the crowd is a really cool group of Green Day individuals. And there was also one guy that was just like a musical expert. And I just listened to him talking about Neil Young and all these other really cool musical ideas that I just had to listen to. But this was amazing. There was kids there too. The little kid, I saw an older lady, like a grandparent and a grandchild, and she's like, is this where the Green Day thing is? He's crazy about Green Day. And I thought, I'm 38, and that kid was probably 6 or 7, maybe 8. So 30 years between us. And there were some older people than me there as fans, and there were a lot of younger people too, a lot of teenagers, and just like a lot of 20-year-olds too. So I think Green Day is a multi-generational ship at this point, right? But this is what we got to talk about. We got Oakland, California, 3893 Saviors. Get a Real Job Kid 2023. What is that? What is that? What is that? What else is in there? They got a flag. Oh my gosh. They got an X over the American flag. Very, very interesting. Oh, there's some burning. There's some flames up there too. Wow. That's a pretty bold. The kid looks like he is he's crying ribbons. Wow. But then back here he looks better. There is a middle finger right there. There's an eyeball. There's like an Illuminati eyeball. But let's just get into this. So we got it's a little bit frustrating, like as it is with an album when you've heard the first several tracks. So we got The American Dream Is Killing Me. So everybody's just kind of like bobbing their head, waiting, like, yeah, we've heard this one a bunch of times. Oh man, but look at these really graphic stuff. So that song, it's great. I've played it a little bit too much, but it is great. I'm trying to think of what other experiences I had at the listening party. It was mostly looking around at their vinyl, like their record players, digging through vinyl as therapy. I do that a lot as therapy. And just kind of like, before the album started, they were playing American Idiot over the loudspeakers, and it seemed like they tried to make American Idiot end when this one started, but they didn't quite line it up right. Like they had to cut off, I think they cut off Homecoming towards the end of it to start playing Saviors. They started a couple minutes late. I was really aggravated. I was like, it's 4 o'clock. It's 4:02. It's 4:03. And I can't sleep because they're not playing yet. They're supposed to play at 4. But it started at like 4:04, 4:05. 4:04 in your coffee maker. Maybe that's what they were doing. I've heard other people saying there was an introduction by Billy Joe Armstrong. They didn't do that. They just talked about they're going to play the album. There's going to be raffles throughout. They're going to pause it. They paused it like 3 times. Gave out T-shirts for Green Day and the record store. And at the very end of this thing, they told us about the indie store special edition of Saviors, which I pre-ordered. Pre-ordered that. I pre-ordered 2 CDs. I think the CDs are going to be signed. So I've never bought 3 copies of a record at once. But yeah, 1 vinyl, 2 CDs. The CDs are going to be signed. The vinyl is going to be in a very special sleeve with pink stripes. And it's going to be really awesome. We got Look Ma No Brains. They started playing this one. And yeah, look at that booklet right there. This is cool. This is like something, I know the Duct Tape Soul vinyl back there, it came with a zine. And this is kind of like a punk zine. That's really cool. Bobby Socks is where we finally get new freaking Green Day. And is that Johnny Depp, mother bleepers? Oh man, look at that. Look at that. That's from like 21st Century Breakdown. And Bobby Socks is just a love song. It's super positive. It's like the She's a Rebel of Saviors. It's that one shining light in this horrible darkness. There's a lot of fun on Saviors too, but it might not be happiness. It's just like, we're having fun while we're being burned alive. Oh, and there is a moment too, we'll try to find it in the lyrics, where the entire place kind of had a chuckle. The mood was like, nobody really knew what to do, because nobody's really... Have you ever been to a listening party? Nobody knew, like, are we supposed to rock out, or are we supposed to just stand? So everybody just sort of browsed records, and I did see there was some cool moments where everybody was walking around singing Homecoming. And I will tell you a little bit about the crowd reactions. As muted as they were, I did hear some stuff from other people, and it was very interesting. So Bobby Socks, a romantic song. Do you want to be my boyfriend? Do you want to be my girlfriend? Getting married, being bored to death. So some Dookie style lyrics there. You're my one true love in the world. Then we got the One-Eyed Bastard. One-Eyed Bastard. What kind of interesting revised... Look at that. One-Eyed Bastard and Dilemma. We know these songs, right? Dilemma has some scratched out lyrics like the American Idiot booklet, so that's pretty cool. Dilemma... That's like old school Billy Joe right there, right? Dead man walking. So the lyrics are exactly what we have thought. But this is where we get the new freaking stuff, though. The new freaking stuff. 1981. 1981, we get the official lyrics here. And this was the first time I heard another gentleman, a younger than me, I'm 38. It's probably a 20-something-year-old gentleman say 1981 is the song. Like that's the one that he heard. It was like, yep, Green Day are freaking back. This is amazing. So a lot of positive praise for 1981. I saw a lot of people open up their lyric booklets at this point and were like, oh, wow. Coffee, cyanide, for lovers in disgrace. If this is not a test, we got one foot in the grave. She's going to bang her head like 1981. I wish it was 1982. That was my thought as I was there. I was like, man, if it was 1982, I could have sent this to somebody as a really sweet note. I might get AI to do that for me. Can I get somebody to make me a 1982 version of this? For my sweet person that I want to do that for. Pretty cool graphics on that. You know, got the TV, and now we are into the completely unknown part of Saviors by Green Day. Goodnight Adeline got this really gross stuff with an eyeball inside of a mouth. And what the heck is that? I'm going to give you a little bit of lyrics here. This one, there's a lot of really, not slower songs, but a little bit different vibes. And it's really cool to see Green Day kind of, like, Green Day doesn't have to be fast or slow. They can do something in between. And that's what Goodnight Adeline is. Can you feel my pain? Can you sing my sorrow? Here comes a better today, but it's got nothing to do with tomorrow. That's some American Idiot type insights there. I'm sick in bed again. My head is under my pillow. My spirit's broken, and my face is in the gutter singing. Goodnight, Adeline. You're going to say goodbye and let it go. I won't read the whole song, but sooner or later, whatever, whenever, good night, baby, let it go. That was a really good indication of, like, wow, the songs we haven't heard, they are quality. And then during Coma City, I did mention that I had a conversation with a fellow fan during Coma City, which was really awesome. I'm so glad that somebody there talked to me. And I wanted to talk to some other people too, but it was just all about Saviors. You know, it was all about Saviors. So Coma City, I did hear it. I did keep one ear out for it. And it is No Cops, No Problem. Yeah, this booklet is pretty darn political. Probably making some people mad. Come on, they weren't at the listening party. Yeah, like just really cool visual imagery. A car, maybe Billy Joe had broken into. But Coma City, dead on arrival, under smoky skies, back from the chemist to mass on Sunday. That is wild. No resistance, pull down the shade, drinking lemonade, mask on your face. Some really cool rhyming schemes in Coma City. That's another song I need to give that one more listens. Then we got Corvette Summer, and these seem to be the two songs that fans are divided on. I think these are kind of the underdogs right now, and I think it's just they're like kind of different for Green Day, but then they are in that kind of mid-tempo zone, but they're huge rockers. And I'll give you a little bit of Corvette Summer lyrics. Living in chaos, sick and I'm bored. He's always sick and dead and bored. I gotta find the funny lyrics though. Corvette Summer, it sounds like Beach Boys almost. I get around, I get around. It's that, but and it's pretty repetitive at the beginning and the end. But there are some real meat on the bones of the verses. I love the line about urgent care and record stores. That's pretty awesome. That's a lot of rock and roll stuff. Now, Susie Chapstick. This is another one we have not heard a lot about. I think, just speaking from the experience, I think Susie Chapstick was a moment where I got really choked up. It was an emotional song. And did we get over our innocence? Did we take time to make amends? Will you dedicate this song to me? Oh my God, it's like a song about dying, about being addicted, about just losing track. Like, did we? It has a real what's her name kind of momentum to it, as far as personality. And Strange Days are here to stay. Now, I'm still, there's going to be an entire separate review, song rankings, and all that stuff. But my God, I just have to say, Susie Chapstick and Strange Days are here to stay. Whoa! God dang it. Strange Days are here to stay is epic. The lyrics are some of Billy Joe's best ever. It just covers so much, and it's so fun. It's incredible. You see here, Trey Cool is eating a laser beam. He's smelling someone's finger. I just got to go over some of this stuff in Strange Days Are Here to Stay. Superheroes play pretend. They promised us forever, but we got less. Got secret codes from the alphabet. And that is maybe a reference to Green Day community over there trying to decipher codes that aren't real. Ever since Bowie died, it hasn't been the same. The return of the Blob. Jesus quit his job. He promised us forever, but we got less. Microphone is on. Very good. Are we in hell, or is this just a fantasy? That's kind of a Queen reference. I can't see this ending well now that it's too late. So kind of letter bomb. That's kind of a letter bomb throwback. Now we got Living in the 20s and Father to a Son. Oh my God, Billy Joe! Oh! Living in the 20s is hilarious. So, but you know what's really cool? These little stars in here are from different eras of Green Day, and maybe this is an indication of how this record sounds. We got The Warning, we got the Trilogy, Kerplunk, American Idiot. And then it repeats. So you got Warning, Trilogy, Kerplunk, American Idiot. Those are awesome albums. But Living in the 20s had the biggest chuckle ever in the listening party. Some really strange lyrics. The Lottery. Where is it? Where is it? There's Murder Hornets. There's Vomit. Oh. I got a buzz like a murder hornet. I drink my media and turn it into vomit. Now that line got people going, what? And then the next line is, I got a robot and I'm effing it senseless. It comes with batteries and only speaks English. Oh my gosh, Billy Joe. That is the smartest thing you've ever written. Congratulations, congratulations, and best of luck. Ain't that a kick in the head? Ain't that a kick in your head? And then we got the real tearjerker, Father to a Son. Oh. Let's just show you. I'll show you that. I'll show you the book. Gorgeous ballad. I'm saying this sounds like Good Riddance and 21 Guns just had a baby in the back of a record store. Or in the front of a record store. Saviors, the title track. A very kind of muted song, but it was a lot of fun to listen to. It does like get bigger as it goes on. Very cool to listen to that in a record store. And then during Fancy Sauce, we did get another giveaway, which was the one for the BJ's Music t-shirt. So somebody else won that. So there was at least 3 giveaways. I did not win any of them. Fancy Sauce just goes crazy. We will talk about it more in my album review. There's a straight jacket and pills and people screaming and eyeballs in the wrong place a gun, in the wrong place a gun, and then we all die young someday. We got that. This really cool poster. And I love BJ's. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'll get that tattooed on my forehead later today. And stay tuned here because I've got my album review written. I'm going to rank the songs. And we've got so many Green Day videos coming up. So I look forward to seeing you guys in those videos. Thank you so much. I hope you guys tell me in the comments about your listening party experience. It was so much fun. And I want to do more listening parties. And I want to see you guys there.